What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Ghost Bros Gaming. Today, I'm going to be showing off my Manadome deck along with a couple combo videos that I wanted to show you guys. Obviously, this deck is still in an early experimentation phase, so we'll probably be changing this a lot as things come forward and people figure out combos, but this is what I've got so far. Of note, you'll notice that it plays a pretty heavy Spright engine, and that is just because they're all level 2s, so why not, right? It makes a lot of sense to play the level 2s, and honestly, I've found them very helpful. So just looking at the deck, and if you're looking forward to just the combos, just go ahead and skip ahead to the combo video and get right to it. But for the deck, we're playing 3 Yugioh Starfrost, 1 right cart for the combo, 3 Riem Heart, 3 Jet, 1 red, 3 blue, 1 carrot, pretty standard for Spright, the 2 Swap Frog to make the Toad, Diviner of the Herald, and Trias Hierarchia. There's a pretty cool little combo you can do with these where you normal Diviner and send Trias, and then from there you can use Trias's effect in the graveyard to tribute Diviner and special summon it, and then since you tributed Diviner, you get to special summon a level 2 fairy from your deck, i.e. a Manadome. So it's pretty nice because then you've got a Manadome on field. So if you drew into a spell down here, which lets you destroy, or if you drew into Riem Heart, it kind of gets your engine started. So I really like it. 3 of each of the Manadomes, so Hearless and Meek. These guys basically, if they're destroyed, they special summon another copy of themselves from the deck, and they're not once per turn. 1 Terraforming to search out the field spell, set rotation, Scareclaw Arrival, which is part of the Scareclaw part of the combo. 3 Manadome Abscission. It's basically another terraforming. You can just target any monster, destroy it, and then if you do add the field spell, and if you already have the field spell, just go ahead and add another spell trap from your deck to your hand. Another Manadome spell trap. 3 Spright Starter, 1 Spright Smashers, 1 Primitive Planet Right Phobia, again for the Scareclaw part of the combo, and then Primal Planet Colarium, which is the new Manadome field spell. The 1 Manadome Reframing, which is the new Omni Negate trap for any Synchro monster. As long as you control a Synchro monster, it negates. It's an Omni Negate. It only destroys if you had Yugioh Starfrost or a monster with 1500 or 2100 defense in your graveyard. And then the 1 Artifact Scythe for reasons. In the extra deck, I'm running 1 Vicious Stroud, which can come into play. You can special summon this out by banishing cards from your graveyard. It's really easy to get out, and it's a huge monster. The 1 Bestial Dispotter, which is coming out in the same set. Manadome Prime Heart, Baron de Fleur, Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, which is a new card coming out in Maze of Memories. It's an essential part of the combo, as you'll see in these combo videos, and I highly recommend you looking at this card. It's going to be good. 1 Stardust Dragon for the combo with Accel Synchro. 1 Hope Harbinger, because you can link your XYZ, your Accel Synchro, and your Vicious Stroud if you wanted to XYZ into that. The 1 Totally Awesome, the 1 Gigantic, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Spright Elf, 1 Sprind, 1 Masquerena, 1 Lycart, and the 1 Dagda, just to get that side to the field. So that's my deck profile. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave those down in the comments. I'd be interested to hear them. Or if you have any combo ideas, please let me know. I'll test those out. But let's get into the combos.
Ghost Bros Gaming.
All right, so the first combo that I want to show you guys is a Scythe Lock with additional negates on board. And so for this, I am starting off with 3 monsters. 1 is Diviner of the Herald, but this could be any level 2 Manadome. 1 is Manadome Riem Heart, which could be Reinforcement of the Army or the field spell to search that out. And then Spright Blue, which is just any Spright starter. So Blue, Jet, or the Spright starter spell card. So the fact that we're going to have level 2s and link 2s on the board anyway means that the monsters are always live to special summon. So Starting off, we're going to special summon our Diviner of the Herald and send Trias Hierarchia, who can tribute 1 fairy, which we're going to tribute Diviner. Special summon Diviner's effect is going to trigger so we can special summon a level 2 fairy. I believe it's a level 2 fairy. Either way. Yeah, level 2 or lower fairy. We're going to get Meek. Meek comes out, and we're going to use Riem Heart's effect to destroy it, special summon it, and Riem Heart is going to trigger, allowing us to add a Manadome spell trap or monster? Was it monster card? Manadome card, any card. And then Meek is going to be Chain Link 2, special summoning from the grave. We're going to add Manadome Ascension. This spell card, if you don't know, it just says target 1 monster you control, destroy it, and then you can add the field spell from your deck, so it's another kind of terraforming. But if you already control the field spell, you can actually add 1 Manadome spell trap to your hand as well. So we're going to go ahead and activate that, tributing or destroying our Meek, and since Meek is now once per turn, we're actually going to get Meek to special summon another copy of himself. When Meek special summons, we're going to make him a level 4. It's important for the rest of this combo just to note that when Meek special summons this time, we're going to make him a level 4. We're going to go ahead and activate that field spell that we just added, and we're going to add Vizas Starfrost. Some of you have heard already that there's a Scareclaw engine in Manadome. That is completely true. And this is where it comes into play. So we're going to use the secondary effect of the Manadome Abscission to banish it and special summon Vizas Starfrost. Okay, we're going to link into Lightheart with that, activate Lightheart's effect to special summon, or sorry, to add Reichphobia. We're going to activate Reichphobia so that we can add Reichheart. Reichheart's effect to special summon himself to a column that there's a Scareclaw, and then his effect to add 1 Scareclaw card. We're going to grab Arrival, and then since there's 3 or more defensive position monsters, we get to draw 1. We're not going to use this. This is basically just a random card, but we're not going to use this as part of the combo. We're going to activate Arrival to grab the Vizas out of the graveyard, and we're going to make a Baronne. Then we're going to link Lightheart and Trias into Dagda. We're going to Synchro for 8 into the new Stardust Dragon accel Synchron. If you don't know, this card is crazy. Basically, when it's special summoned, we can actually special summon a level 2 tuner from the graveyard, and then it has a quick effect during the main phase. You can quick effect, tribute it, special summon a Stardust Dragon, and then immediately synchro summon 1 synchro monster using monsters you control as material. And it's important to note that you don't have to use the monster. You don't have to use the Stardust Dragon. You could theoretically, if you have the monsters on board, you could actually just synchro into something with other monsters. But anyway, we're going to activate its effect as Chainlink 1 to special summon that tuner, and then Dagda is Chainlink 2 to set Artifact Scythe from our deck. Okay, we're going to grab the Meek out of our graveyard, and then we're going to activate Baronne de Floor's effect to target the Scythe, send it to our graveyard. Next, we're going to start with our Spright plays. These are very, common Spright plays, so I'm not going to explain what they do, but we're basically just going to go into Gigantic, grab Swap Frog, use Swap Frog to send another Swap Frog, link into Elf, then we're going to, target the Swap Frog, bring it out, make Totally Awesome, because that is totally fair. Special summon the Jet out so that we can grab the Smashers or Starter, depending on your situation, and then we're going to set the Smashers, and then we're going to go to our opponent's turn. But the combo's not done yet because we have this accel Synchro Stardust and we have the Scythe we need to get on the field. Here's how we do it. Opponent standby phase. Baronne's effect activates to target the Scythe in the graveyard, shuffle Baronne into the deck, and special summon the Scythe. We're going to special Scythe to the zone that Spright Elf points to. The reason for this is that then it can't be targeted, so Imperm is not applicable. Scythe activates, making the extra deck useless for our opponent, and then we're going to activate Spright Elf to bring back one of our level 2 tuners so that we can activate Accel Stardust Dragon effect to special summon out a Stardust Dragon. and then we can synchro the Stardust and the level 2 we just brought out for another Barone. And so we have finished our combo, and what we're sitting on now is locking the opponent out of the extra deck. We've got 2 Omni Negates sitting on board, and we've got Spright Smashers. So it's a really good combo that only took 3 cards to do, and those are 3 cards that you run multiples of. You get that combo a lot. So that's combo number 1. All right, guys. So for combo number 2, what I've got set up here is basically it's another 3-card combo, but Riem Heart, the field spell, and starter. But in this situation, what we're going to be going for is our Toad, our Barone, and then the Smashers, obviously, but then we'll also be going for the Omni Negate Trap so that we're immune to Dark Ruler no more. And that is a new trap card in the Manadome archetype. It works for all synchros, so you don't have to have a Manadome synchro on board, which is really nice. It just doesn't destroy if you don't. So anyway, the way we're going to start this off, we're going to activate the field spell, and we're going to grab one of our Manadome level 2s. Usually it's Meek. Meek is the best one. We're going to use Riem Heart's effect to special summon, and then we can add Chainlink 1 Riem Heart to add any Manadome card from our deck, and then Chainlink 2 is going to be the field spell targeting in the Manadome in the grave, and then Chainlink 3 is going to be the Manadome in the grave to special summon another Meek. So get the Meek from the deck via the Meek in the graveyard, special the one from the graveyard with the field spell, and then grab our Omni Negate Trap that's coming out for the Manadomes. And I mean, I'll let you guys read this as well. I mean, it says when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control a synchro monster, negate the activation. And then if you have Visa, Starfrost, or a monster with 1500 or 2100 defense on your field or in the graveyard, you can destroy that card. So it's pretty crazy. All right. Next up, we're going to go ahead and synchro into accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, just as a reminder that when you special summon Meek from the deck using its effect, you can make it a level 4, which is how we're going into an 8 here. Use its effect to special summon a 2 back from the grave on summon. Then we're going to go into our Spright plays. Special out blue effect to grab Jet. Jet to grab Smashers. And then we're going to do typical plays where we're going to bring Swap Frog out, Swap Frog effect, link into Elf, bring out Swap Frog, make our Toad. You don't make the Toad in defense position. That was a dumb mistake by mine. And we're going to set the Smashers. We're going to set the Manadome Reforming, and then we're going to go to the next turn. Okay, but we're not done because of accel start Synchro Stardust Dragon. We're going to go to the next turn, and in the main phase we're going to activate the accel Synchron Stardust Dragon to special summon Stardust Dragon, and then immediately synchro it off for a Barone, which is now unaffected by our opponent's monster effects. Or sorry, I keep saying monster effects. I'm pretty sure this card just says it's unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. It is, yeah. So the Barone is completely immune to our opponent's activated effects, which is crazy. So yeah, that is basically the combo here. You still have your Spright Elf revive as well on this. So I mean, if you wanted to use the Toad and then bring the Toad back, that's an option. You have the Omni Negate and Manadome Reframing, and then you have Spright Smashers as well. And both of these are non-targetable. So, all right, that is it for my Manadome combo video and deck profile. If you have any suggestions, you feel like there's a better version, or maybe there's something that I missed, or you just want to see me go down some different lines of the combos, let me know down in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content. Later, everyone.